not a person listening for it. It's just an algorithm that searches for it, and if it sees it, bang, it's automatic. All right, here we go. And hey, mustache riders, we're coming in out of orbit. We're going to try this week's Nightfall and see what it's got. It has small arms, which is handy if you picked up one of the new raid primaries. It's got chaff, so no radar, fresh troops,
I'm tracking
and
reports of
airborne
fallen
of all
splicers
things.
spotted in and around the Hellmouth.
So, oh,
Intel
berserk,
suggests they're
berserk,
hunting
sorry.
ogres. Get down
And
there.
that's
Make sure they
interesting.
don't
No
snatch
burns
up
for
any
the
more
first
fodder
time
for their
since
twisted
the
experiments.
drop of Age of Triumph. We're going to take a look and see if we can do it with just the two of us, Marshall, member of my clan, and I. And we will see what is the actual Nightfall this week and whether or not we pick up any decent rewards. Here we go. It's the Abomination Heist. We're going after old Foggy.
No time for sightseeing, you two. Hit the summoning pits before the devil splicers can grab any more abominations for their priests to play around with.
That's an interesting thing.
Around,
Shiro. Oh no, he meant me and the
ghost.
ghost. I was going to say, how did he know that there were only two of us in the strike?
I almost
And he
feel
said
bad
you
for
two.
the hive.
But no, he meant Shiro.
So why the hive? Seems like a dangerous fight to pick.
The splicers are playing God. They view Siva as a means to reshape life how they see fit. The hive are just victims of the splicers' willingness to push their curiosity.
That's the new Praetorian foil that I picked up. Very slow charge rate and incredibly hard hitting. It's got probably the highest impact rating for a fusion rifle and pretty slow charge rate, but it does hit like a mule. Reload here. Wrong one. Here we go. All right, so this is an old heist. This is an old trick. We've done this one since early year one.
Time.
Um, let's say, ooh, a turret might be useful. I don't know. Deploy our ghost, and we will back up Marshall here.
The hive don't want us or anyone through this door. We've got incoming.
Oh, here they come. Big explosion there. Thank you. Watch out for that wizard. So yeah, it's an old strike. One that you will definitely recognize from the old days. That'll help. Trying to get stuck in the poison.
The lock's fighting me, like everything else behind me. Hold on.
Let's try something that we don't normally do, and that's to jump in the turret and see if that helps. Probably not. No. That was actually kind of neat. Got him. Just for the fun of it. Ow, wow, okay, something beat me to death over here. Sorry about that. There's, above you, Marshall, there are some very aggressive acolytes and a knight. That was no fun whatsoever. So 3 weeks in since Age of Triumph, and things are still pretty fun. Trying to get vaulted glass done and the challenges. This week's challenges are going to be an old favorite. We're back to King's Fall, and the challenges have not changed at all since the challenge mode was introduced. So you're still looking at the same for the War Priest, which was, you know, the same. You have to cycle through that buff so that the same person doesn't take it more than once. Golgoroth, everyone on the team has to cycle through and drag his gaze, whether or not you attack him.
Just one more rune to crack.
And Oryx himself has, again, the same thing where you are required to detonate 16 of the black pearl all at once. If you haven't done the King's Fall strike ever before, it's enjoyable. It's a decent strike. There's a very similar to Vault of Glass in that there's bosses followed by jumping puzzles, followed by bosses, followed by jumping puzzles. It's an interesting thing to do, anyway. It's got... there we go. Sorry about that, had to focus. It's...
Rune's clear. We're through.
an interesting jumping puzzle. It's big and it's open and it's fun. And hey, Marshall picked up a Husk of the Pit. Anything you do right now where you're doing Hive will pick you up Husk of the Pit fairly often. Oh, it is. Necrochasm's a beautiful weapon, especially if you're the type of person who enjoys auto rifles. It's one of the better auto rifles in the game right now because it hasn't had a lot of the changes that were enforced on them during the first couple of years. After year one, that's the key, is hitting the headshots. By the way, if you're watching and you're wondering what I'm using, haha, this is my year 3 out of the raid Fatebringer. I am so happy. Fatebringer was one of my favorite weapons of the entire game. It had everything that I liked in a weapon. It was reasonably quick firing, powerful single shots. It had explosive rounds and Firefly and Outlaw. Just a beautiful, plainly beautiful looking weapon. Just to look at it here. Arc Burn, and I'll just pop into my menu here very quickly and show you the two things I picked up last night on the raid, which were Fatebringer and the Praetorian Foil. Everywhere. I mean, look at that impact, even though it has a low charge rate. And let's see. Not anymore, we don't. That's what that nice big headshot can do. There. Eat an bomb. And there we go, guys. I'm going to be putting out a couple of videos with Destiny content, or more talking about Destiny content in the next day or two as I get them produced and uploaded. One on Memory of Scory, the artifact, which took a serious hit in its playability with the drop of Age of Triumph. Sorry, focusing and trying to talk at the same time. But it did. It took a serious beating in Age of Triumph, meaning that it wasn't useful right away. You had to... We're going this way.
We're going to have to find another way.
Oh no, yeah, that's right.
I don't care if you have to hitch a ride on a tomb ship, Guardian. I need you in those summoning pits.
And yeah, the hit it took was that it no longer activated right away. As soon as your your ult was full, the idea was that you would begin charging up the ult so that everyone in close proximity a little faster, and you could stack that across the entire fire team. very useful, especially in raids. Let's say if you wipe and you've all used your ults, you want to wait for it to get back up. Having the memory of scoring means that you're not waiting for too long, if you can all just gather up if one guy has his full. They changed that. Now you have to get a kill, and then it activates and stays active for about a minute or so. Though I don't know the exact actual numbers, and I'm not griping too hard. That's not a terrible thing to do. But the reason they did it shows. Well, it shows a mistake that Destiny's been making since day one that they've never addressed or fixed.
Don't look down, okay?
And that is quite simple. There needs to be a strong division between PvE and PvP. The reason why they changed this is it was being abused in Trials of Osiris. People were hiding until their ults were up. And if you want, that's the way you want to play Trials, that's your business. But they didn't like it, and so they changed it because there were complaints, I guess. But if you're going to change it for Trials, why change it across the board? There needs to be a strong division between the PvE and the PvP and how things are set up, because Oryx is not complaining about this. He doesn't care. He's an NPC, and it doesn't break a raid. You know we're going to wait for our ults anyway, so instead of having us sit there for 5 minutes, have us sit there for 2. It's really the only issue. Yep, I'm going to kill these knights first. If you haven't done this new strike, or the new version of it very often, kill the knights first. They're very troublesome otherwise. Hey! So here, yeah. It's not really any different a raid. The only difference being you can't hide off in that area. There's more knights. There's more different enemies than the very original Fogoth. But it's still enjoyable. Yeah, take those unpleasant knights out. They're really going to be the biggest trouble that you face. Once we damage him enough, he will break free of the chains. He's pretty tough today. I'm going to grab some rocket launcher ammo. I don't usually suggest using rocket launchers because it's a great way to get yourself blown up. As it stands, it seems to work. There we go. Those shriekers are going to be a problem. Really a problem if it's void burn, because they'll just tear you apart. It appears, and they got me. Okay. We'll have to try that again. There's a wipe for us. But it can be two-manned. Very, very important just to remember that there will be shriekers popping up. They can take your team down very quickly if you're not aware. I love the explosive rounds. One of the things that makes a weapon with explosive rounds like Fatebringer just objectively better is the fact that the explosive rounds don't suffer any range penalty. So you can be hitting things out at sniper range with a hand cannon, and while yes, the basic shot takes a range penalty, the bonus damage from the explosive round does not. So it remains very effective at ranges when you wouldn't normally use a hand cannon. And it does quite a bit of extra damage. Let's just pump some rockets. really, really take the damage too. Oh! Ow! Okay, I got pinned on something there. Wouldn't let me jump for some reason. It just pinned me. Just hide. Hide, take out the ads. Just keep a block between you and him. Take out anything else that comes after you. And res me when you get an opportunity. There's still one knight up in the back, but don't worry about him too much. I didn't realize there were, whatchamacallums, there thralls behind me. That was very difficult. We still have 15 minutes to get gold on this, so that's not a problem. You have a good chance of getting your particular thing done. I do have an icebreaker, and I don't have it equipped. I'm trying out new weapons here. Yeah. Ooh, boy, see, it just hit me. Yeah, run for it if you want to not get caught by that first. Like that. Ouch. We have knights on top. Careful. You can see definitely the drawback of a hand cannon there. It doesn't have quite the range. But there are always ups and downs with every weapon. He's about halfway down. We'll get him. If you have no ammo of any kind, you will have some in a few seconds. See? Yeah, only... Well, that's good against ads, but it's not great against him. Got incoming. We got ads coming in on the far side there. That should help there. I'm helping. No, we don't need it. No, it's just one of the knights in the back shooting at us. There is a shrieker out behind him, but it's not really a concern unless you're in line with it. Yeah, keep hitting him. That's the idea. There's a shrieker right in front of us now. Good job. So for a two-man, this seems to work. I mean, Lord knows, we can still foul it out. But I have Marshall doing excellent work. He'll get stuck on walls. So not much has changed into the run-up to Destiny 2. They're still just playing the same sort of thing, but they are bringing some fun tricks to keep us entertained with Year 3 weapons back. Or us suckers who loved our Year 1 weapons. This was, again, probably my favorite gun in the entire game. And when I picked it up last night, it was a tear in my eye. So it goes to show how well they designed some of these things that you can remember them so fondly. Yep. That's what a good explosive round and Firefly will do. 2 shots will wipe out an entire Russian thrall. And the knights beside him. I should be able to now.
I'm gonna do time. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. There you go.
Loading. And here we go.
Yep. Loading. Shrieker. I can't really hit it. Here.
Don't worry about it. Hit him.
Where's that?
That guy ate 10 rockets and barely took any damage. He's almost dead though. One in the gut. Way to go. There we
Thank
are.
you. Because I was thinking like, okay,
And there's
I have
one less
one shot at
abomination
this.
we have to worry about. Good work.
Whoa!
Guardian down.